Good day everyone. Here is the tutorial on how to use our costing calculator. The first sheet is a reminder sheet. Please read all the reminders before proceeding to other sheets. In this sheet, you will also need to input your desired hourly rate. This is necessary for the computation on labor costs later on. The second sheet is the materials sheet. This is where you will be encoding all your purchased materials, only fill cells highlighted in white. I will now be encoding examples of materials I've already bought. Input material, quantity bought, how much you bought it for, and the shipping fee you paid. Once these data are encoded, the total price and cost per piece will now be auto-calculated. It is now to your discretion to fill up item used for, where you purchased the item and remarks. Filling these columns will, however, make it easier for you to find where to buy the same material next time when you ran out of it. Under Materials, it is also good to include the description of the material bought. For example, A for photo paper, the GSM, no back print. All items encoded in this material sheet will now be in the drop-down menu in your costing calculator in the next sheet. This is your costing calculator sheet. This is where you input the name of the product you want to calculate. Under the item column, there's a drop-down menu where everything you listed in your material sheet will now show. Under Quantity, put how much of the material you need or how much you have used. Always ensure that you fill up the main material used. Now, continue listing all the items you used for making your product. Now that we've calculated material costs, we may now proceed with how much buffer and miscellaneous cost we want to add. You can always play with how much percentage you want to put in buffer and misc. Buffer includes materials cost you put in extra in case you make a mistake in making the product. Miscellaneous includes electric bill, equipment usage, etc. For labor cost, you only put how much time you spent on making the product. For example, in making 125mm button pin, I spent 2 minutes. So I'm going to put in here too. This now auto-calculates your baseline price. This means you cannot sell the product below this calculated price. Now, we proceed with the product price after markup and tax. Again, you can always play with how much markup you wish to impose and how much tax you're paying. After this, you will now have the suggested selling price. You can now decide how much you are going to sell your product. For bulk orders and orders to be shipped, there's also a calculator for that. Just fill up the needed cells and a custom price will be calculated for you. Always make sure to encode in the material sheet any packaging and shipping materials so they will show in the drop-down. Now that we've calculated the expenses in making the product, we may now input that information under the products list and cost sheet. This will now serve as your master list for the pricing of your products. Always remember not to sell your product below the baseline price. You can also put minimum orders needed for each product you make. Just list them here in this sheet. Thank you so much for watching.